Hello, hello. All right, welcome back. So, Scorpios, let's go ahead and jump on into this. I'm doing a pre shuffle for each zodiac first, also. And I was going to start out with Capricorn, thinking it was going to be Scorpio. Then my dog barked, and I was like, wait a second, that was all wrong anyway. This is supposed to be Scorpio, not Capricorn. So, it kind of all worked out the way it was supposed to. But, I did a pre-shuffle out of this deck, and we got a storyline where it starts out with the concept of resilience. Now, I want to talk about the mythology of this first, though, because Scylla is a character that we meet if we read Homer's The Odyssey. And in that story, Odysseus is trying to sail back home after this huge, tumultuous, adventurous journey that he's had. But in order to get home, he has to pass through the narrow straits of Messina, which are guarded on either side by these monstrous creatures. And so one of them is Scylla, and the other one is Charybdis. And Charybdis takes on the shape of like this swirling, what do I want to call it? Not a typhoon, but like a whirlpool that sinks ships. Whereas Scylla is this, she used to be a woman, but she was turned into this ferocious, six snake headed individual with like ferocious dogs around her feet. And she no longer has a human voice. She instead like bays like a hound, and her snakes will, bite sailors right off the ship. And so Odysseus has to ask, to get through this narrow passageway guarded by these two monsters, which gives me the better chance. And it's decided after some counsel that he should sail closer to Scylla. And he does eventually get through, but he does lose some sailors. But the story of her, and I just have to be able to, I always feel bad for Medusa, the Gorgon, and I feel equally as bad for Scylla. It turns out they come from the same parentage in Greek mythology. But much like Medusa kind of got turned into the thing that she was, Scylla also started out as this very beautiful woman, and in different mythological tales, depending on which one you read, she's almost always the object of somebody else's like jealousy, and then they transform her into this hideous monster. Like Amphitrite, I think, gets mad that she's so beautiful, and so out of a jealous rage turns her into this hideous monster. In another one, some lover wants a love potion, make her fall in love with him, but the person that he goes to for the love potion wants her as well. So since he can't have her, he turns her with the love potion into this hideous creature. So she's always kind of like so unfairly turned into this monster. And so I feel like this story is more about that, the wrongdoing and needing to, with the resilience, needing to still partly stand up for oneself sometimes, but also like be confident that we can survive this as well. Because in many stories, Scylla, although oftentimes people are trying to fight her and stuff because she is this monster, she, even if they think they've overpowered her, overwhelmed her, she always comes back to life again. So all I can say is that with the story of resilience and the stories of wrongdoing blended into this, I always want to like protect my poor little Scylla over here, even though she's this ferocious, deadly monster, but it's not her fault. So I'm thinking that this storyline for Scorpio, who I don't know how this is going to go exactly, but let's take a look and see what we've got here. We have got a King of Pentacles. King of Pentacles this is actually, I don't know if a King of Pentacles has failed to give an offer. Normally they're very generous. So if Scorpio dealt with the King of Pentacles, for starters, it looks like it was great. It looks like there was stability here. It looks like Six of Pentacles, somebody wanted to give to Scorpio. Okay, so hang on, what happened? Because this has to have something to do with the topic of resilience. Hanged Man in the reverse. This was like all systems go. I don't know if we had somebody that was in love with or wanted to hire or wanted to work with our Scorpio, but it appears that possibly an earth sign was totally all about this. They could have also been a Pisces, but it's like, I am so down. I am like absolutely all into this. I'm going to do this thing with Scorpio. I'm going to go for this. We have the Sun upright. The Sun, everything is clear. Everything is gold. Everything is happy. This feels amazing. So where did things take a left turn? Why do we have to have the resilience? And why do we have a story of something that is not awesome? Okay, we have the Tower and the Seven of Pentacles. Somebody, possibly an Aries, came in and, they were the monkey wrench and everything. They made it so that this was now going to be a big delay. Whatever was slated to be Scorpios, if somebody was in love with Scorpio, if somebody wanted to, like they were thrilled to be with Scorpio or to work with Scorpio. And then all that came crashing down, and all of a sudden a big delay was put in place. What happened? Why was the delay suddenly there? Either somebody wrecked this. Ace of Swords. I don't know. This hummingbird came in with a sword and just cut this off cold turkey. Did somebody interfere? And Scorpio didn't end up getting what was rightfully theirs. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. It almost feels like somebody made this person ghost Scorpio. Okay, let me backtrack. I never will allow stories where we go, oh, this poor person, somebody made them not talk to Scorpio. No. If they stop talking to Scorpio or if they ghosted Scorpio, I don't care how much pressure was put on them. They chose to stop talking to Scorpio. So we're not going to blame the hummingbird per se. That might have been, like part of the tower, but they had a choice. I don't let my characters off the hook for the things that they did or that they stopped doing and say, well, somebody else pressured them, because you have to be strong enough there will always be pressure in life, but we all have to face it in the real world. And we don't stop talking to people that we love and we're so happy with because somebody else says you should stop talking to them. We go, oh, okay. So I'm going to say our characters have to be held to the same expectation that you're responsible for your actions. The only reason I'm harping about this is because it looks like they left Scorpio suddenly high and dry. They went from, I totally want to do this. I'm going to give equally. I've got this awesome offer. It's full steam ahead. And then suddenly, whoop. Now, let me give an example, though, of how this could work. Say this was not about love. Say this was about a job. And the person who's in charge of the company, the CEO, is like, oh, yeah, we're hiring for this position. This is who we need. Wow, Scorpio is amazing. We are definitely going to hire them. And then they're told by the board of directors who actually oversee the finances, absolutely, you don't have the funds to hire this person. Okay, that I could see why. Say Scorpio had a great job interview and they're like, that was a slam dunk. I know they want to hire me. They literally said so. I can count on this. And then it's crickets. Why is it crickets? Now why is it like, well, we'll get back to you in 7 weeks. We'll get back to you maybe in 7 months. Why? Why did Scorpio just get like the rug pulled out from under them? It could be something like that. So that's one example, though, where I could say, okay, not every scenario is quite as, black and white as I was saying it was at first. 10 of Swords in the reverse, but this hurt and it still stings. If this was a lover, though, I don't know. Let me ask, who was this person to Scorpio? What was the relationship here? Was it love? Was it money? Was it business? Strength card. It was supposed to be a strong bond. We can see that. And it was definitely an offer that had been made and then basically rescinded. And it was a strong bond that should have been about, it felt gentle, it felt nice, and then it was taken away or stopped, kind of full stop. And it's that pain hasn't gone away. We have the Hierophant sideways. Even though I think Scorpio knows, be resilient, it's not something you did wrong. And it may not even be that this person was trying to be hurtful to Scorpio. Obviously, somebody else interfered. But with this Hierophant sideways, it is, I was already describing it, from my perspective of wait a minute now, let's not give this character an out if they suddenly ghosted Scorpio because somebody told them to. And then just as quickly I'm flipping it saying, but what about in a scenario like this where you're trying to hire somebody and you can't? This is normally about our belief systems, and how our convictions and our beliefs that we think, well, this is true, this is what I believe in, this is how it is. Then we go, oh, but wait a second, in a different scenario, I could see how, this challenges me to think about things from a different perspective. I just feel like, although this hurts Scorpio's feelings from what we can see, this kind of is encouraging Scorpio not only to be resilient and know that this is not going to be the only option or offer that they receive, but also not to maybe let it hurt them too much and say, no, if this person had wanted to talk to me, they would have. Clearly, they insulted me. But deep down, I think Scorpio knows there might be more to this story. This may not be so cut and dried. What I believe happened, there could be mitigating circumstances here. There could be more to this. We have the Hermit. The problem is Scorpio is not privy to this. The problem is Scorpio doesn't get to hear what is going on. The problem is Scorpio doesn't have that piece of information, right? They're out there on their own by themselves. And we have a Page of Cups upright. Scorpio's like, and ain't nothing happening until I get that damn apology. I don't blame Scorpio for wanting that. Remember the story of Scylla? Always in every one of her origin stories, it's like somebody did her dirty for no reason, totally innocent. And then she's, being preyed upon by people that are jealous or people that want her for themselves. And just, she becomes like an innocent victim. This is kind of the reminder, like, don't become an angry monster. Yes, Scorpio is definitely owed an apology. I mean, absolutely, they deserve an apology. But being super resilient and not getting angry or vindictive, even though this hurts, unfortunately, this is what Scorpio is being tasked with right now. But they're so much stronger than this situation, right? Come on, Scorpio's coming across with all of these major arcana, right? We've got the Hermit, we've got the Hierophant, even here we have the Strength card to define what the relationship seemed like. Scorpio has a lot of strength. And I know a really powerful force with that Tower came in and knocked this relationship apart, or this plan, knocked it down. But Scorpio is strong enough to overcome this. Yes, it was unfair. Absolutely, I want to protect the Scorpio from this unfairness. But I don't want them to be out there on their own and think that, oh, wait, so this is all I get. It's not all they get. We have a 10 of Cups and we have the Magician. Our Scorpio, even if they don't see it right now, in this moment where they might still be hurting because somebody ghosted them, somebody unfairly let somebody else put pressure on them and stay away from Scorpio and rescind an offer that they were going to make to Scorpio. I mean, that's absolutely awful. But that is not the only player out there. Scorpio may be destined to be, in love with or build a life or a castle with a Virgo or a Gemini. Scorpio is supposed to keep manifesting better for themselves. You know what I'm wondering? I'm wondering if this offer would have been crap. I know it looks like it was good because it was supposed to be coming from a King of Pentacles. But if they tried to make an offer that they could that swiftly either rescind, or if they weren't powerful enough, like I said, in the scenario of, like, say, a CEO wants to hire somebody, but then the board steps in and says, no, you can't. Then at any point in time, had Scorpio actually, been in a contract with them, this person didn't really have the power to keep Scorpio hired, or this person didn't have the strength of character, not when push comes to shove, to stand up for the way, who they love or who they want to be with. So I'm thinking it's way better. Look, if you're going to pick between even a King of Pentacles who has good intentions or a major arcana, go with the major arcana. Like, this far outdoes the court cards, right? So if Scorpio is meant for better, then thank God they didn't get tangled up with that King of Pentacles after all. Thank God they are headed into something so much stronger, so much better. They need somebody more powerful, somebody who can manifest with their pinky finger anything that they want, instead of a king who says, this is what I'm going to give. This is going to be so awesome. This makes me so happy. Oh, never mind. A magician isn't going to have what they are creating suddenly swept away or have their power taken away. So I much prefer seeing Scorpio for a destiny with this person instead of them dealing with the King of Pentacles, even though it sucks right now. So how does Scorpio end up with this Magician and end up in this 10 of Cups? Ace of Wands. It's definitely right now, especially if Scorpio is feeling frustrated or hurt, it says use that power to turn it into something amazing. If there's a hobby, if there's a talent, if there's something that Scorpio likes to do, wants to do, does well, go do it. Pour one's energy, one's creative energy into something. Writing, photography, painting, whatever it is, follow passion instead. Get active, do something with your hands that is creative and build something, because Scorpio, particularly if this was going to be like maybe, I mean, this could have been like a dual pronged thing. For this to have created a 10 of Swords in the reverse for Scorpio, it could have been that this person was like going to hire Scorpios, support them in some way with like, maybe they are an artist or something. And this is somebody who's like, oh, I've got this gallery. I'd love to show your art. And I'm interested in you, Scorpio. I'd love to date you, blah, blah, blah. And then it's like crickets and they don't hear anything else from this person. That could have been why it's so painful. Cause it's like, wait a minute, you said you liked me and you said that this was a business thing. And now somebody told you to stop talking to me. So that's it. It's okay. It's okay only because Scorpio is so much better than this. Their talents are bigger than this puny little museum. Their ability to go much bigger, to manifest much more, to go way further in life with a way better partner is there for them, but they mustn't stop working on whatever it is that they initially brought to the table that brought them with this King of Pentacles in the first place. Their talent, their art, the essence of who they are, their passion, their warmth. Scorpio can't have that extinguished and replaced by hurt and pain. They've got to get themselves out of that pain by following more of this warmth and passion. That's going to be the key to them getting out of this funk. Hi, baby. You've been a loud man. We have got the moon here. Piscean energy. It's, if you look closely, and I love this card so much because she stands here and she's opening up her cape and we see this entire landscape that only she knows exists. Scorpio has got more tricks up their sleeve, more tricks in their bag. Hang on. I'm thinking salt and pepper right now. I can't think right now as I'm petting my dog and talking and looking at cards all at the same time. But it's not too much bag of tricks. Yeah. Anyway, sorry. I feel like only Scorpio knows how much more talent, how much more passion they have stored within them that they haven't even yet shared. Look, this King of Pentacles made the biggest mistake of their freaking life. They lost out on a Scorpio who they thought was great. They don't even know the half of it. This Scorpio is so much better than great. This Scorpio is fantastic. They're fabulous. They're magnificent. They have so much more to them. Look, she's in a dress right now, but I'm also picturing Scorpio may have a really great bod and they never got a chance to see that Scorpio naked. They are missing out on, like some really amazing partner in a lot of ways. Scorpio knows this though. And it says, keep those, that inner knowledge that I know I'm better than this. I know I got more than this. And I know somebody sucks to be them because they're not getting all this good, all this yum. I'm going to give it to somebody else. If Scorpio can hold that in their mind and heart, again, that is the key to them ending up with this much better scenario. I have to leave because the baby demands it and he's about to start chirping. Come on up here and say hi. Do you want to say hi? Do you want to say hi? No, he just wants mommy. Okay, you guys, I will be back. I will be doing Capricorn, Aquarius, and I think Pisces tonight. I will try to squeeze in one additional after that. But right now, my monster needs me. Huh? My monster needs me. There you are. All right. Now, since he interrupts, at least you get the cuteness. All right, guys. Thank you so much. All right, you guys. I'll see you. Yes, Leah, thank you for that. You make me want to shoot. Thank you. You guys are awesome. Amber, yes, awesome. You sweetheart. I will do Capricorn as soon as I get back with the boy, okay? So really good to see you guys. Thank you, everyone. All right. Bye for right now. Sorry I didn't get to say hi properly. Bye.